Welcome. I'm Ajoy Basu. We have navigated now to the end of Job Performance Enhancement Mastery Master Module 1. The course that you're now attending, JPM, Job Performance Enhanced Mastery. And I would like to believe that for you it must have been a process of some discovery so far. I tried to provide you with foundational aspects of this course. So we covered in this yatra, this journey, what is your performance by default? That is the minimum time with which you will do high quality work. I'm referring there to your efficiency standard. We also looked at the mantra of a success, the HRCI, an acronym which is very appropriate, that is hard work, riyaz, curiosity and imagination. Importantly, you have been exposed also to the concepts of TRP, translation from resource to performance, the complete manager, meeting jockey and riyaz. When any slide comes in this presentation, these concepts appear to the left when you look at the screen. These are the pillars of my course. So how can I ever leave them alone? So I keep them in view all the time when I present my course in any forum. So let's go a little more into what we covered. We covered HRCI, yes, we covered translate from idea to delivery, the process optimization of that. How do we ensure that it happens seamlessly? We have covered riyaz in detail. In riyaz, we now know about the prescription, the critical schedule which can transform you. The concept of personality that was advanced to you in detail brings forth a perspective which I would imagine that you have not looked at it that way before. But understanding it from that aspect I felt was very necessary. I do bring that dimension of personality whenever I bring the course to the audience. And then we learnt about mastering the keyboard. There are a couple of aspects of mastering the keyboard which I need to really emphasize here. Often, I see people otherwise good in their knowledge, skills and temperament, but the skill of good typing deserts them and makes them pathetic at the keyboard functionality. Would urge upon you to master the keyboard with the tool provided in this module. Believe me, it is important and you should not lose track of this component of riyaz. And that is why I put them in the very first module. Because the temptation was always there that let me take all the practical aspects to the second and third modules, put the tools there. But I felt this is so fundamental that I needed to park this in the very first module. As you acquire seamless mastery over the keyboard, there is one aspect of keyboard familiarity which you need to grasp further. While my fingers fly on the keyboard when I type routine stuff like standard reports, ordinary letters and emails, I consciously slow down the pace at which I type when I'm working on something which is intellectually demanding. Because for that I need to give my brain the space, the width and just that bit of latitude to think deep and let the seminal juices flow. This is a very significant adjustment that I have to allow when I sit down to work, varying the pace of my work, the typing on the keyboard, as the nature of work demands commensurate with how much of creativity is demanded. If I'm going to let my fingers fly without discriminating and keep banging on the keyboard, I will not be able to justify and produce the quality when it comes to difficult concepts and complex applications. So when you're working on something complex, slow down that wee bit to get that creative part, the higher inputs and the processes going. After you've made the keyboard an extension of you, you will realize that focusing on the screen without having to look at the keyboard, except when you need to punch in some special characters, actually improves the quality of your work. From the ideas to the processing of the ideas, casting them into words, phrases and sentences becomes a smooth and seamless cycle. Your productive level starts soaring, which only a select few can imagine. So when you look at module 1, it provides you with a blueprint and that critical know-how on how to become a winning performer at your workplace. Job Performance Enhancement Mastery should equip you to be considered a front runner as you go up the higher echelons of management. The management would recognize you as someone valuable because you can deliver in quick time with assurance of high quality. That is what I consider to be a proven way to a successful career. The concepts of TRP, Complete Manager, Meeting Jockey, and HRCI, that is your hard work, Riyaz, curiosity and imagination, you should not lose sight of them, as they will be the pillars on which your career will stand. When you go to Master Module 2 and 3, they will help you to implement the design of this blueprint. We have already got into it and taken the first step in terms of the keyboard familiarity and typing tutor, apart from understanding the concepts which I have just mentioned. Master Modules 2 and 3 will take you further as they guide you to translate from these concepts to their application across a number of knowledge and skill sets which are critical to your performance and career growth. So that is what Master Module 1 brings you to. I invite you to get into Master Module 2 because that is where you walk into its practicality. Master Modules 2 and 3 will handhold you. You will understand these concepts more with more practical guidance given, so you can actually apply those skills at the ground level. We talked about the Riyaz, a prescription which has what you need to do, how you need to do, and when you need to do. So when you actually get down to it, the process by which you will practice them, you will find it very interesting, self-enabling and self-empowering. I invite you to that journey. Do embark on that. It was a pleasure bringing Master Module 1 of Job Performance Enhancement Mastery to you. Trust you too have enjoyed through this foundational part of the journey. Thank you very much for subscribing to my course, and I wish that you will grasp all the concepts and start producing your Riyaz and practicing it. Start designing it immediately to take yourself to the next threshold of performance.